Welcome to Confessions by Banana Ketchup. Something lurking me outside. Okay, so this is my first ever Reddit post, so sorry if I'm bad at it. So I always experienced little creepy things throughout my life, but nothing huge. I moved from California to Western New York to live with my boyfriend, and we moved into our new place. It's a very nice area, so I would say I live without huge fear of anything really happening. We work nights, but I'm currently laid off due to COVID. My boyfriend still works through 8 p.m. to 4 a.m., so I'm awake and alone during these hours, with my dog and 2 cats. It started off as knocks on my back door, always coming from the back door, that I would sometimes get scared of, but I just passed them off as wind. But then, one day, while I was playing PS4 online while in a party chat, I hear a lady sobbing outside. I tell my friends and they tell me not to open the door, believing it could be a human trafficking trick. So I crawl to the window and peek outside, only to find nobody out there. So we joke that my backyard is haunted and all that. But I don't think much of it, I eventually forget about it. This one stands out to me because I almost ran outside. I was on the phone with my family as my boyfriend was leaving to work. He usually lets the dog out before he leaves, and sometimes she doesn't come back in immediately. This is important because she has escaped from our yard as my boyfriend leaves, and we have to chase her down the block to catch her. So while I'm on the phone, I clearly hear my boyfriend yell the F-bomb. I immediately think, oh no, the dog escaped. So I hang up the phone and rush to the door, but I realize his car is gone. So I just stand confused and call him. Me, hey, what happened? Did Ruby, the dog, get out? Boyfriend, no, she's inside. Why do you think that? Me, I just heard you yell outside. Boyfriend, oh, that's weird. No, I'm like a few blocks away right now. I was left extremely confused as I've never experienced that. I keep hearing things since then. Knocks, bangs, even meowing once. But I ignore them all because I don't want to go outside. Whoever or whatever it is wants me outside, I guess. So, at around 3:30 a.m. today, my boyfriend got out early and got home as I was washing dishes, so I didn't get to hug him his welcome back hug yet. He went upstairs to get changed and I continued doing my thing. I then hear him at the back door saying hello. For a moment, I'm thinking he's outside the door and needs me to unlock and open it, but I quickly realize he's upstairs. So I freeze and immediately call him as I'm scared and confused. He tells me he didn't say hello and that he's in the bathroom. I slowly walk away from the kitchen to the opposite side of the house, and I was shaking hard. It was definitely his voice and rhythm. Whatever it is, mimicked his voice perfectly. I'm even shaking now, to be honest. Nothing else has happened as now the sun is out, but I do worry for tomorrow and every night after that. I luckily am not getting hurt by it or anything, but it's just very scary to experience. And it's honestly giving me some anxiety now every time I open that door. One of my friends have told me to get my house blessed, although nothing ever happens in the house, it's only in my backyard. I was also told to put nickels on the windowsill or something like that. I don't know if I'm going crazy and imagining this. I wouldn't believe it could be that though, because it doesn't happen when I'm thinking about it. It happens at random moments when I'm too busy doing something to be able to imagine it. I'm not on any medications, I don't drink or do drugs. I have looked online for anything similar, but haven't found anything. What are your thoughts? Thank you, buymyfeetvids, the author. I don't know what to think. Long-time listener, first-time caller. It was about 4 in the morning. I had got out of bed to use the head and had made my way back to the bedroom. I lingered near the door, not sure why. I might have felt uneasy for some reason. But as I stood there, I heard, distinctly, a very soft, very small voice say goodbye. Now, when I say small, I mean small. That was the impression I got from the sound. The word was small, so small I could pick it up and put it in a cold medicine capsule. I mean small, and yes, I felt the word physically. I can't more describe what I mean by that. And then, a few moments later, as I stood there trying to figure out what the hell was that, there was a small odd laugh. Not as clear as the word, but still there. Now, I try to be skeptical, scientific. If I can't touch it or see it, it's not real. And even then, there is an explanation for it, a logical reason. The fact I heard these two things had freaked me out. I know it wasn't in my head. I wasn't half asleep or anything. I clearly heard the word goodbye, and then something resembling a laugh. Now, I had been watching a lot of ghosts and paranormal videos on YouTube lately. Slapped Ham, Nuke's Top 5, etc. COVID, you know. But had begun to feel increasingly uncomfortable in my home, and I don't know why. I started having this sensation that the more I watched and discussed these videos, I was creating the environment for it to happen in my own home. Kinda like how the Eldar brought Slanesh into being. If you get 40k lore, just feeding and feeding it into being. This wasn't the first time something had happened. When we had first moved in, I used to catch in my peripheral vision this smudge of black moving alongside my armchair. Just a quick flash, like someone walking past or something. And every now and then, in the basement, I would catch a flash of what looked like someone walking left to right in the next room from my work area. Like the other side, I figured I had just been mistaken or something. Then I sat down with my kids. My son, Dill, an adopted daughter, lived in the basement in another room on the far side away from my work area. I mentioned hearing the word and laugh, and they just shrugged it off. According to those three, we had a boy living under the stairs, and he interacted with them multiple times. They called him Tony. They had told me about it, but I didn't listen, as since, like above, I couldn't see it, hear it, or touch it. He would somehow make his presence known to them, had knocked a lamp off a table once, and would wake them in the middle of the night, and they would talk to him. I don't recall them getting replies. Tony is a nice spirit that even the dogs aren't bothered by him. I don't know what to do right now. I'm afraid if I pay it more attention, it could grow more. And I'm not thinking of burning sage in this house or having a priest bless it. But I'm missing watching my ghost videos, if only for the entertainment, and I don't want to be uncomfortable anymore. Thank you, Cheerless Train, the author. Weird experience last night. So, my boyfriend is out of town for the week, and I've got the apartment to myself. I spent yesterday cleaning and playing a retro video game, and then went to bed around 3 AM. We've known for a while that our apartment is haunted, and as I've said before, it's just a block away from a graveyard. Anyway, I always sleep facing the wall that our bed is up against, with just a pillow between me and it. My dog sleeps on his bed, which is at the foot of our bed, and the cat has a bed under a table which we have our air conditioner on, because its hose doesn't reach the window without it, and yes, I know single hose units are terrible. I woke up around 5:30 AM and saw a hand in front of me on the bed. It looked like a normal hand/arm coming out from under the blankets, but there wasn't really room in front of me for someone to be lying there. I grabbed the hand, I don't know why, and it jumped like I'd startled whatever it was attached to. Then I heard a voice come from under the bed say, "Huh?" My dog and cat bolted out of their beds and ran out of the room. Then the hand just vanished and I was lying there holding nothing. I had a feeling that I shouldn't reply, thought whatever, and went back to sleep. I didn't know why I felt impelled to grab the hand, and I don't know why it didn't scare me. Maybe my previous experiences with disembodied voices and shadow people. I know I wasn't dreaming because I could read the clock, and when I'm dreaming, I have a sort of hazy pressure feeling. And I know it wasn't sleep paralysis because my pets reacted to it. Maybe one of our ghosts. Big things never happen when my boyfriend is home. The occasional light will turn on or off, and the cupboards sometimes open and close themselves. We've seen a shadow peek into our room, but we've never felt like we were in danger from the usual stuff. This was just so odd that I had to share it here. Thank you, Argentum86, the author. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you already haven't, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any new episodes. See you again soon, and until then, please, be safe.